Good evening, everybody. Before we begin magical, our magical adventure, we are going to go down the list and do some introductions.
Yeah, I'm NotQuiteNormal, and I will be playing Gilly the Crocodile.
Hello, I'm Sticker, and I'll be playing Malice.
Hello, I'm Zoetrooper, and I will be playing Noodle.
I am Hydrophobia, and I will be playing Princess.
I'm Bloodied Porcelain, and I will be playing Sera Tonin.
And my name is Legacy. I will be your game master for the evening. Our story starts in a beautiful wizard tower known as Waverly Academy. Bouts of tinsel and trees are being put up and decorated as we are getting ready to celebrate the holiday season. Down the halls, you can hear big bursts of musicals, choirs being ready to get ready for their winter performances. Jingle bells going down one end, while Christmas carols are going down the other. Gold, red, silver, and green are being painted along the walls. Murals of Jack Frost and Frosty the Snowman are being painted on the walls. Things are cheery. Students are hustling and bustling, going down, trying to get to their classes. Some people going down to Herbology 101, some people going down to Alchemy. Those who are in the know of what is hidden behind mortal eyes, magic exists, and people who possess magic need to go to school. Those who are in the actual know that some of our magic casters are blessed with cute little animals that ride beside them and act as their companions, maybe some emotional support, maybe something more. But this isn't a story about the wizards or the magic casters or the warlocks or the bards. No. This is a story about the animals, the pets. When the magic casters go to class and go away, the pets are free to come out and play. You all find yourself in your usual meeting spot. A small corridor that's tucked off to the side along the alchemy labs that not many people know about. It's a serious hub for all of the magical pets, though. Critters are skipping along and talking about whatever it may be. You all have a general rule of when there are no humans, you are free to do as you wish, but the moment that a human comes along, we keep it on the hush-hush. A bit of magic behind the magic. You all know that it's roughly 11 o'clock in the morning. It's time for you to get started on whatever it is that you decide to do today. So as you all approach the hallway, your usual meeting spot in the hub, you greet each other with little smiles and maybe little fluff of the wings or fluff of the tail. It's busier than usual. You see squirrels skimpering down the halls in a bit of a hurry with nuts in their mouth, trying to store up for the winter season. You see birds gliding down the halls, and it's left with this almost whimsical sense of wonder. And the floor is yours.
Sera is in possession of a spell scroll that Amy, her wizard student, has been trying to decipher and is trying to make sense of it on her own time while Amy is in classes.
So Malice is releasing a mouse that was given to her as a snack because she just feels so bad for her. Trying to take it, so she's letting it loose.
Princess is kind of helping Gilly reach a higher care that's been left out and can't quite reach on his own.
I got it, Princess, I got it. You don't need to help me out. I can do it myself.
Be sure about that. Last time you said that, you fell.
Yeah.
We don't talk about last time, okay? You said we wouldn't talk about last time.
Sure.
Well, thank you for helping me out. That's very nice of you.
Well,
Alright, I'll see about the others.
well, you should all be
I'm just-
careful.
Princess is just walling off towards Noodle, like just noticing the mouse just. What is the mouse doing?
Oh, the
Did it
mouse
flee?
was something that Malice was trying to let go of, right?
Mm-hmm.
Malice, are you not going to eat that mouse?
No, I mean, so I can eat the crickets. Those are fine, but it just feels weird with it staring at me. And I mean, I have friends that are mice, so to eat one just because it can't talk to me, it doesn't seem pretty nice. So I'm just gonna let it go.
Now I feel bad. I was hungry, but now I feel bad.
And what if the mice like gets together and start an army, and then like comes after us, like the smarter mice?
Mice aren't that smart enough to do that. They can't do that. They're stupid.
Whoa! I know some smart mice. Why do you think they're in labs?
Why do you think they're dinner?
I, for one, think that eating mice is disgusting. And, Malice, thank you for being so kind continually over time. And at this point, Noodle is kind of ushering the mouse into a wall and just kind of doing a ferret-like wiggle to get the mouse's attention.
Thank you, Noodle.
I will say that the mouse, though you are all able to talk and communicate with one another, there are some animals that you know that are just simply animals. The mouse sees that you are trying to usher it away from Gilly and his hunger for maybe a little bit of ratatouille, and the nose wiggles in appreciation, and then you see it scamper off into a little hole that was probably the design flaw, maybe how these mice are able to get in.
I swear I could smell like a dozen more in there.
Dozen more?
Maybe.
You gotta keep them in check, otherwise they will build an army, like you said.
See? I'm just a snake, you know? So, and I don't have arms or anything, so they can just drag me away and that's it. No malice.
Maybe you should grow some arms. But you should be a crocodile. That way you have arms.
I wouldn't
And
let
big
you
pointy
take.
teeth.
I wouldn't let them take you.
Thank you, Sera.
Oh, Julie, the question is to eat or not to eat.
That they
Don't know what that means, but I do like eating.
It means what it says.
I have a tip, though. If someone tries to take you away, you just wiggle a lot, like really, really aggressively, and they can't hold on to you. And then when they drop you, you crawl up a pant leg. And that's the key. The pant leg is the key, because they freak out.
Okay. What? But what if I get squished in a pant leg?
Okay, that's a risk you have to take.
I'm not one
Don't
for
get
risk.
squished.
I would
Pretty
just
simple.
stay here or stay in my cage or something. No risk.
All right. As you are all kind of conversing, I need all of you to make me a pet check. So you are going to roll 3d6, and keep your number in mind. For pet checks, you want to get over your number.
Oh, hey, that was really lucky.
Nope. I had one that was my number.
Okay. Oh, actually, serotonin, you had one that was your number?
Mm-hmm.
That makes you, once everybody rolls, let me know how many are either above or at your number.
I have 2 above my number.
Okay.
Gilly has 3 above his number.
Okay.
I have 2 above my number.
I have
All right. So
one that is my number.
all right. So you all succeed. Gilly critical succeeds, and serotonin. You feel a little bit of spark in you. Something in your heart glows and grows. For the till you make your next roll, you are considered a magical pet. So I'm going to explain what is happening, and then because you rolled one that was exactly your number, it not only counts as a critical success, but you get to ask me a question about what happens after I explain.
Okay.
So everybody hears little bits of chitter and chatter amongst some of the other magical pets. You guys managed to all catch on to another snake. It looks like a python is having a conversation with a crow. Oh, did you hear about Sandy Paws? Yes, I heard that they're finally coming, that they're finally here. You all were made aware that Sandy Paws and his human were coming to bring gifts to all of the good boys and girls, all of the good pets, all the good boys, girls, and non-binary folks alike. There's an air of excitement. Gilly and Sera, you both managed to get a little bit more of an inkling of the conversation. You hear the 2 that are going back and forth are talking about their excitement for Santa Paws and his human coming to town, but you also hear a slight inkling of one of the rats that kind of hide in the shadows saying, talking about Santa Paws might be coming to town, but those gifts, they're ours. Yes, they're ours. They're all ours. And then you hear more squeaking and squawking as they all kind of make their way down the hall.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, Santa Paws is finally here.
What?
What? The rats are gonna steal everybody's presents.
Rats. Always knew they smelled weird.
Max? Like the one I just let go?
No, the
No,
rats
that
are
No,
was
bigger.
that's
mouse.
mouse.
Rats are big cousins of mice. They're bigger. Not as smart, I think, but they're bigger.
But not as
Long.
cute or as big as ferrets.
They don't taste as good. There's more meat, but there's
They also have like long worm-like tails.
Huh. Sound weird. Well, should we tell someone about it?
Or we could just stop them.
You're right. We could.
Yeah, we can do that. I'll just be in the back. And, yeah.
No. You can't stay here. You have to come with us.
Sure. Yeah. Because if Alice's presents got stolen, that would be pretty bad for the kid. Yeah, we can go. I'm not scared.
Amy asked for a special set of magical paintbrushes. She'd be very sad if she didn't get them.
Yeah. And Alice got a magical slingshot, so maybe not. Okay, let's talk kindly to the rats and tell them maybe don't steal the present.
Yes, we talk kindly to the rat.
Right. Kindly. Just see him like look over, away from this very like about to fall over sack of books. Yeah.
All right. So, as the magical pets make their way to go and politely ask the rats to not steal their does not steal the Christmas gift. You all make your way down the hall. And you can instantly all smell baked goods coming from somewhere. You know that the kitchen has been super busy at the school trying to get ready for Santa Paws and this guy Santa Claus, whoever he is.
Christmas cookies.
Yes.
Smell Christmas cookies.
No, let's not go into the kitchen. Let's not. Let's just find the rats and let's just keep looking for the rats.
But
I mean-
Christmas cookies.
And rats
Oh,
do
let's-
food, so where there's food, there might be rats.
Oh, you're right. Put them in the kitchen.
Also, if they're not in there, we could take the cookies
The kitchen also.
and ask the rats to not take the Christmas presents.
They also always make these really special Christmas treats for the familiars.
But what are the treats made out of? We don't know what the treats are made out of.
There's
I
a
don't
mixture. Some of them did not smell good to me, but some of them were made of like bird seeds and nuts, and they were the best.
I heard that 3 of the familiars from Class D went into the kitchen and they never returned. We don't know what the stuff in the kitchen is made out of. I'm just saying.
They never
I always
return.
return.
I've never had a problem.
That's what I heard.
The lunch lady's not very never you nip her toes, but you know, I don't think really are.
Sarah's
What was it?
flapping her itty bitty wings and headed for the kitchen.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah, no, okay, fine.
Teeny
fine,
tiny
I'll
little
follow all of you.
owl.
But if we get eaten by the kitchen lady, that's all your fault.
She won't eat me. She gives me treats.
Malice is gonna look between the group and then start to slither away. They said take risks, and she's gonna go into the kitchen.
As you're heading into...
Malice, no, I'm telling you to take risks.
As you're heading into the kitchen, I am kind of doing like little bounces over your body, just kind of skittering about on my little claws. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4.
Noodle.
Yes.
Princess is like in the back, like a little bit more of the meandering slowest in the group, swishing their tail. It's a little
Princess doesn't have to work
rings
as hard as
around
everybody
the
else to get around.
In true ferret
Magic.
fashion. Oh. In true ferret fashion, I expend way more energy than I need to do anything.
Of course, of course.
Of course.
All right. As you all make your way towards the kitchen, you can smell that smell getting stronger and stronger. Christmas cookies, gingerbread, fresh baked like sourdough loaves. You can smell ham being cooked in the oven. You can tell that that the Christmas festivities are going to begin with the big feast. Everybody give me a pet check.
Oops. I forgot a key.
I got 1 right on 2.
One right
got a
on
great
and one
roll.
above.
Yep.
2 over.
All of mine was over.
Nice.
Okay. Perfect.
1 right
Fantastic.
on.
All right. And how many of you got any that were directly on your number?
Me. Again.
I did.
So 3 of us.
All right. So 3 of you, 3 of you get to ask me questions about the scene that is going on before you. It could be anything that'll help you kind of push the story forward. So we're gonna start. We'll start with Noodle. You said you got 1 right directly on your number.
Yes, and 2 above. So
Alright.
I think that's a massive success.
That is a massive success. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let you ask me. I'm going to let you ask me a question.
Okay. While the cookies are getting made, is there anything nefarious going on? Are there rats about?
You do see a couple of rats that are eyeing all of the Christmas treats. A couple of them in particular are eyeing these little like buns that you could smell like pork coming out of them. Like, so they're these little pork buns. You could tell that one of the rats is like licking his lips, almost ready, planning, maybe scheming an attack.
I know no one else has had a chance to react yet, but can I slip in a little reaction?
I will allow it.
Okay. I'm going to stand on my back legs and start kind of like shimmying towards them. This is really awkward because my body is so like weirdly noodly, as the name suggests. But I start snapping my fingers like this is a musical, right? And just kind of like approaching them about like for a dance off.
Okay. You catch one of their attention. And he looks directly at you, and his eyes, his tiny little beady eyes squint in, and his little rat butt kind of starts to wiggle a little bit as if he's trying to get into like some form of like almost confrontation with you. What are your intentions going into this? Are you looking for a dance battle?
I am, because my person is a bard in this magical school, so seems only fitting.
Oh my god.
Okay, we'll come back to that in
Yes,
just 1
please
second.
do.
Princess, you also got one that was directly on your number. is there anything that you would like to know in particular about the scene that's going on?
Are the cookies done?
Some of the cookies are done.
In particular, the ones with the pets.
Oh yes, you can see that there are a bunch of different treats for the pets that are done. You have some that are just like tiny little like bugs sticking out of the cookies. You can tell that those are for the pets that prefer their snacks a bit more crunchy. You see little cookies with little like seeds and everything. You can tell that those are ones maybe for the pets that like to fly or that like to nibble on something a little bit more nutty. And then you see like dog biscuits, like little catnip treats, and you know what the cats are. You know what the cats like. You know what the cats are up to with those catnip treats. But there are some treats that are done, and there are some treats that are currently baking, and then there's some that have like a raw, crumbly dough that are getting ready to be put into the oven.
Last time I tried to get the dough one.
Okay.
Didn't like me doing that.
All right, and Sera, is there anything in particular that you would like to know?
So we know that there are already rats in here. Is there a particular place where the rats tend to come and go from?
You know that that the rats, their big like points of entry are usually in like the pantries, places where there aren't a whole lot of like people looking, places that like they can usually find like cracks to kind of like squeeze through. A couple of them will take like the entrance, but the ones that take like the front entrance tend to get stopped and shooed away by the cook, Mrs. Tufts.
Okay.
And Gilly and Malice will go to you two. You two managed to take in the site of the kitchen. There are a bunch of cooks going and prepping meals. There are some that are kind of humming Christmas carols to themselves as they go along. Mrs. Tufts, who you all know as like the kindest, warmest, most nicest cook in the kitchen, you can see her letting out like little like feeds for the different animals to come in and take like small treats as they come and go. She's the only one that's really in the know that the pets can talk and the pets have some personalities. And all of you have grown to know this over your time at the academy. She turns and she sees all of you and wears a big grin on her face, and she pushes out an array of different treats for all of you to enjoy as you make your way through the kitchen, hoping to.
Go ahead.
Hoping that you all just take the treats and kind of skedaddle out of the way so she can resume her cooking without having to put on a show.
I'm gonna grab one of the insect cookies.
Okay.
And then kind of flutter over and just land on her shoulder and do like the little baby coo sounds and like nuzzle up to her cheek. Not looking for a show, just sort of a thank you.
Hey, okay. And she turns and she gives you a little scratch on the head, before gently like resting her finger for you to kind of like step on and kind of putting you off back to the entrance. Noodle. Oh, you could go.
I was just saying I'll step off.
Perfect. Noodle. You make your little dancy butt over to the rats you've caught one of their attention. And as the two of you finally meet, he sniffs you and then just kind of like leans in. What do you want?
I want you to not ruin the presents.
Fat chance, Noodle. We're taking all those presents and we're gonna have them all for ourselves, and there's nothing you can do to stop us.
Right here, right now, I challenge you to a dance-off!
And you see the rats, all of the rats caught on to you wanting a dance-off, and all of them look directly at the two of you. And the big rat, the fat rat, the one that you were talking to, kind of looks back to all of them, looks back to you. Fine. We could have a dance-off, but if we do, and I win, you back off. If you win, you back off.
What?
Yep.
No. If I win, you leave the presents alone.
Fine. Sure. Prepare to be humiliated, and all of the rats start to squeak uncontrollably.
Does the lady in here notice this?
Oh yeah, that's what I was about to get to. They begin to squeak uncontrollably to the point where not just Mrs. Tufts, but a couple of the other cooks start to notice. And they start looking at, like, kind of like poking around, seeing if they can catch where the noise is coming from. It goes on for about a moment. One of them stepping in the direction that you are headed to. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of options. You could either stand your ground, or you can try to hide. You are kind of closer to the pantry door than the entrance, so there are plenty of hiding places.
Yeah, given that we can't let the general cooks see us being all magical and stuff, hiding is probably the option for now, but I kind of give this, I point to my eyes, and I point to the lead rat's eyes, and I point back to my eyes, and I scurry off into the pantry.
Alright, if you're looking to hide, roll me 3d6. And you are looking for more pets than magical. Roll
2
me
successes.
Okay, yeah. Without any problems, you managed to find a little nook to hide in. All you see are two feet. Kind of walk towards the pantry, turn around. You hear some murmuring of "damn rats" before the cook heads back to the counter that he was doing his work at. And as you do, the fat rat kind of steps off to the side and makes eye contact with you, and his eyes squint. He makes his way. It might not be right now, but dance off later on in the halls. Be there or be square.
I just kind of come out of the pantry a little bit and do a wide open arm expression. I'm ready.
You see him get on his 2 feet and kind of press his top paws to his what would be chest, kind of like a step up motion. You guys could hear, everybody could hear a really, really not great clarinet solo of Jingle Bell Rock playing down the hallway. It's not good on the ears whatsoever. But it is music. He looks up to you and is like, okay, step up. You first.
Oh, I thought we were going to delay our dance battle until we got into the hallway.
You know what? Might as well do it now, Noodle.
Alright, let's go! And does somebody stop us from doing like a full-on dance-off in the middle of the cafeteria or in the kitchen?
That is up to your friends who are currently enjoying treats.
Because Noodle will indeed follow through with this.
Gilly's gone over to watch, but he's not stopping or anything.
Say, Malice is making sure, like, no one is gonna catch us, but also keeping an eye on the other rats.
I think with the sheer number of humans around and Sera having a high perch realizes how bad of an idea this is. I would like to kind of try and swoop around the edge of the room to avoid notice, like up at the top, and then sort of like dive bomb like a basket of like Christmas cookies or something and just like dump them out on top of where they are to kind of like chase everybody away.
Sure.
Or at least cause enough of a disturbance that like it's clear that we need to go.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'll give that one to you for free. You managed to kind of like, to swoop into the pantry, and you start causing mass chaos. It's kind of like pushing cans and fruits and vegetables down, being like, "Let's go."
Noodle, we gotta go. You're gonna get us caught. Let's go.
I panic and flail out of the situation, skittering into the hall, because that spooked me.
And then I'm darting for the door. I'm flying as high and as fast out of the kitchen as I can.
This lands right on top of Princess's snack that he was like chewing on. Just looks at it and looks up and looks at it. All crushed, knocks over the can. He takes what little of it wasn't smashed into the ground, and then just turns around, walking out. I'm a pyre of ruin.
I'm sorry, what was that, Princess?
He just has a mouthful.
Yeah. You got a little something in your mouth so we can't understand. And then when she also sees the basket fall and all the noise is happening, she will also just fully, like, dart out as well. So, yeah. Like, aimlessly slithering away.
Gilly just full on panics as soon as like the sound of chaos going on in the closet. He's just like, "Oh crap, got to go, time to go, they're after us, time to go, now, go," and just panics and runs out.
Alright, so you all make your way out in your various forms and fashions, and some of you take off in one direction, some of you take off in another, but eventually you all manage to find your way back towards one another, towards one of the other many side hallways.
Do I see any of the rats on the way to meeting up with the others?
Give me a magic check.
Okay.
Remember, that means you
Gotta roll above on this one?
below your number.
Below for magic. Oh, that's the worst time to roll high.
Okay. So, as you are looking for some of the rats, you don't see any of them, but because you have a total failure, you make your way towards the one of the many like side hallways, and you don't quite catch it just yet. But as you are making your way down, your owner happens to be walking over to their next class, and they stop and they look at you for 1 second. Gilly?
If I see him, I just like kind of turn to him, do like double finger guns, and keep walking along. Hello, what's up?
What the? And then you feel him running up behind you, and he's pretty fast for a magic caster. You know that he can have little bursts of speed, and you feel yourself being like wrapped up in like a set of arms and kind of lifted up. Hold on there, buddy.
Hello.
What are you doing out here? I thought I locked you up in the room. That's not any good. And he begins to whisk you away back to his room. And Sera, Princess, Noodle, Malice, you see your friend Gilly being kind of like swooped back up and brought down the hall in the opposite direction from where you were trying to go.
Oh, he's gone. Ethan.
Oh, we're gonna have to go get him back out.
Or maybe. No, we have to.
I finally poke my head back around and go, "What? The whole place erupted into chaos. I would have won that dance off."
Mm-hmm.
You also would have gotten us caught.
Well,
True.
you crushed my snack, though.
I have every faith in your ability to dance. I've seen you do it, you're great. But maybe not in the middle of the pantry in the kitchens on one of the busiest days of the year.
Fair, yes. But that fat rat can't get away with this.
Of course not. None of them are going to get away with it. We're going to fix it somehow. But first we got to rescue Gilly because he got himself caught. Again.
Okay, let's go.
Can we take for the secret passages so that we
Yeah.
also don't get caught?
Sure thing. As all of you begin to make your way down the halls to go and catch your friend Gilly, who's about to be put in his room. Gilly,
Yes.
your owner proceeds to bring you into a beautiful chamber. The rooms are made out of stone and old oak wood. Inside there's a really nice bed with an area that he kind of carved out for you. Has like a cage and like bedding for your comfort. As he opens up the door, walks in, closes and locks it. He kind of sets you down and fishes into his drawers and takes out a costume of some sort. All right,
Wow.
buddy. All right, buddy. Listen. There's going to be a costume contest later on today. You know, it's a really nice prize for both you and me. And if we get it, you get more treats. So we're just gonna dress you up, and the costume that he has out that he picks out makes it's like one of those like Christmas tree costumes, the one that gives you like a head cutout for you to kind of like shove your face through. On the top is like a star, and it has like a bunch of like Christmas lights and like sewn on ornaments and stuff. It is very tacky and doesn't look super comfortable either.
I open my jaws. I'm like, he's seen this before. Whenever he's tried to get me to do something I don't want to do, I always open my mouth, and he knows that like if he comes close, I'm gonna try and bite him. Don't do it. I'll bite you. Don't do it.
And kind of having preparations for you trying to bite him. He's got like a branch or like some sort of like stick in his mouth. And he's gonna approach. If you are looking to try to bite him, I will have you make me a pet roll.
Absolutely. Oof, 1.
All right. So, you barely managed to like get like a small nip on him, and he looks at you disapprovingly, picks you up again, and puts you in your cage, locks it up, and just shakes his head. Sorry, bud. Until you learn how to behave, you're gonna be stuck in there. And then he walks out of the room, locks up the door, and you are left in the cage, with the door completely locked.
As he's walking out of the room, I like point my finger, almost like when you hold out your finger like a gun at him, like, and like imagine as if I'm about to cast like a lightning bolt at him or something. I'm like, oh no, better not.
Okay. Malice, Noodle, Princess, and Sera. You all know each other's like rooms. You know how to get to one another's rooms. You've all had your moments where you needed to make like quick dodges back in. So the route to get to Gilly's room is fairly simple, especially like with all of like the secret passages and stuff. You guys manage to just get there as he's walking out, while the owner is walking out of the room and kind of closing the door and locking it behind him. And as he walks away, he starts like kind of whistling a small tune and catches up with like a couple of other magic casters. They start having a small conversation as they walk by, seemingly not able to like notice any of you for now.
What ways are there to get into the room?
As far as you've been able to figure out right now, there's only like a front door.
Is there a window?
There would be from the outside, you know that.
Princess takes a look at the door. I could probably get this open. I've had it open before.
And maybe I can slither underneath if there's space.
Could give it a try. Worst case scenario, I'll find a window and go in that way.
Given enough time, I can chew a hole through the wall.
That would take a while, but it's a thought.
Yeah, a good one.
Just kind of like gnawing on one of his claws, looking at the door. Princess kind of. How high up is the door? Like the knob?
The knob's about like 2.5 feet up. The about like where like a normal person's like waist would lie is about where the doorknob is.
Yeah, Princess could reach with a little stretch.
All right, so you're attempting to lockpick the door?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Give me a lock picking check. Give me a pet check. Malice, you are able to while Princess is trying to unlock the door. Considering you are
a massive success.
Oh geez. Yeah.
2 and 2 6s.
Yep. And and that 2 matches your number, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you manage, much to the surprise of everybody else, or maybe lack of surprise of everybody else. You manage to pop open that lock. fairly easily.
Well, great job, Princess. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was so cool.
I'm already chewing on the wall.
Fucking love Noodle.
I'll stop once I realize it's done. Oh, okay.
Princess is just watching Noodle just gnaw at the wall.
I would.
Oh, you guys.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'd like to swoop into the room and see if I can get the cage open.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's like a little cage on the floor. It looks like it's like one of those like you lift up and pull to the left type of cages to unlock. Very simple mechanism. So you're able to kind of like with your talons, grab on to the latch and kind of like flick it over to the left, and Gilly, you are free from this prison cell.
As you fly in, you see that like he's trying to unlock it from the inside, but his legs, like arms, are just a little too short to reach the lock. And like so, when you open there's oh well, there you guys are. I wondered how long I'd have to be in this cell. I had it, of course, but thank you for coming and getting me anyway.
You should be more careful.
Oh, fine. I'll be more careful. I didn't know he was off school. I thought they had more classes for longer.
That's why we use the passageways.
Ugh. Okay.
Can't just go strutting
Is that-
around where all the humans are. They'll see you.
But then then people won't see me?
They're not supposed to see you.
How much? Why should I have this much awesome? Why? That's not fair. Being a crocodile is too good to walk the halls and hiding in tunnels and stuff.
But unless you want to spend all your time in a cage, it's the best way. But it's the only thing you can do, really.
You have a point there. That is very true. Thank you for coming in and getting me out of the cage.
Princess unlocked the door, and it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Princess? Wow, that's impressive. How did you unlock the door?
Well, I like doing it. And it hurts.
Oh. Well, thank you for doing it for me, even though it hurts you.
Yeah.
I believe we have a meeting with those rats.
Yes,
Yeah.
Noodle has to beat them at a dance-off.
Wait, you all not
Ooh.
helping?
I'll dance.
I'm not
I
very
got the
good
ball.
at dancing, but I'll try.
I have dance magic.
Will you teach me the dance magic? Because Amy wants to be a bard.
Really?
Yeah. She doesn't like
Ooh,
being a
maybe
wizard.
you
She
can-
wants to be a bard.
Can
Amy
you
should
like
really.
make a Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's okay. Amy should really speak to Damien. Damien is a bard.
But Amy's a wizard. Trying to be a bard. I'm helping, but it's hard.
Maybe Damien would have some suggestions for her.
Maybe see if we can set them up for discussions over the break. I would like to flutter down and land on like Princess's head. I'm itty bitty, so
Okay, you do so with ease. Your wings spread out, and you manage to glide down, landing right on top of Princess.
do you want me to get some of the glitter out?
It's kind of stuck.
I could try. I'm pretty good at cleaning things. She
Sure.
says that she is
Well,
literally
guess-
covered in droplets of paint.
Just as Princess is like going up to the cage that Gilly is currently entrapped within.
Oh no, I unlocked it already. Gilly's in.
Oh,
I'm right here. Hi.
just looks at it. How could you be in something so small?
I know, right?
'Cause
I should at
Gilly is
least have
small.
one that's like 500 times bigger. I want a pool, but he won't give me a pool.
But you're so tiny. And 500 times would not fit in this little room. We should go before he comes back.
That's
Mr.
true. He
Glass.
forgets a lot of things.
All right. And I think that this is going to be an excellent spot for us to take a short intermission. When we come back, we will continue the story of the Pawsome Pals saving Christmas. All right, welcome back, everybody. Where we last left off, the Pawsome Pals had just rescued Gilly from his kennel, and now they are off to go confront the rats and save Christmas. So, you're all sitting outside of outside of Gilly's owner's room. You know that you have a fat rat that you need to go and confront to save Christmas and bring back in the good old-fashioned holiday spirit. The only question is, where are they?
Noodle.
It's usually their top hangout spots are usually the kitchen, the dining room, and then also one of the grand lecture halls. You know that there's 2 grand lecture halls in the academy. The one that they tend to hang out is actually the one that's closest towards like the outside. It's like one of the first like big lecture halls that you see upon entering the castle.
Maybe we should try the Grand Lecture Hall. Because if they're going to steal presents, they need to have somewhere to hide it, right? Mm-hmm.
We might be able to catch them in the act.
Well,
Yeah.
sounds like a pretty good idea.
When is the lecture hall empty? Soon?
Oh, yeah.
Class is out in about 10 minutes. Malice, I want you to give me a pet check really quick.
Pet check. Gonna roll 3 dice for a pet check. 2 above, 1, 1.
As you are all trying to discuss where you are going, you can hear footsteps coming down the hall.
Guys, we should probably duck away, maybe into the tunnels.
Yeah.
And you are able to, as you guys all scurry off and run to the halls to hide away, you're able to pick up on a faint whisper of, "Oh, his door's open. Oh, I hope nobody broke in. That'd be awful." And then you hear the sound of a door closing to the room, and then the footsteps begin to make their way down the hall even further. After about a minute or 2, you assume that it's safe to come out.
Seems like we gotta do this quick, and then get Gilly back in the room.
No, just let him wonder where I went. Let it be a surprise. And
Are you
then
sure?
I'll come. Yeah, and then later, when he's out looking for me, I'll go back and hide in the cage again, and he'll come back and be like, "Whoa, how did you get there?" And I'll be like, "Haha, I've been here the whole time, fool."
You really like scaring your owner, don't you?
He's fun to mess with.
Well, to the lecture hall. I would never scare Alice, although she would probably like it if I did.
You should give it a try sometime. I can teach you. You can come hide and watch me scare him.
No, thank you.
Okay, fine.
All right. And you all make your way down to the down the halls. The lights are all done being strung up, and so all of your eyes are met with twinkly little white and multicolored lights. The choir is beginning. Christmas time is here. Very, very softly in the halls. You can hear in a couple of the other music rooms, lutes and lyres beginning to strum soft melodies, and your ears and your eyes and your noses are all filled with scents of pine and soft carols, and everything looks so magical and whimsical, and you can tell that everybody's starting to get into the Christmas spirit. Slowly, you approach one of the grand lecture halls, and it is decorated with little bits of tinsel wrapping around the posts, and a giant wreath hung very, very delicately on the door. There's little bows and ornaments that are hanging off of it, and the door itself is fully closed. You could hear chatter going on in the hall. You could know that there's a lecture that's still going on. That will end any minute now. So you guys have a little bit of time to kind of plan and prep how you want to get into this lecture hall.
Well, uh,
We should have kept the mouse. He could have told us if there are mouse holes into this room. He could have shown us? Maybe? Look, I'm just trying to come up with something here. That's right, that's why we eat them. That's true.
until they come up with that mouse army.
Exactly. With enough of a reason, things will get together and take us down.
Not on your
Very
life.
tasty army.
You just gotta show them who's the boss. Eat a few of them and the rest they'll hide away.
Oh, gosh. Well, no. I don't think I will be eating any mice.
To each his own, I say.
Eggs, though. I love eggs. Like the
Ooh,
little small eggs. Just eat
what
them
kind of
whole.
eggs? Ooh,
Not really sure. It's just kind of.
dang, that's kind of impressive. I have to crunch on mine.
Just kind of.
Just goes all the way down.
Yeah, you just kind of envelop them. I don't really know.
Wow.
Anyway.
You don't have to worry about them getting stuck in your teeth or anything. That's pretty cool. Fine.
We were looking for hiding spots, right?
You were looking for ways to get it to the lecture hall when lectures are done.
Copy. Okay.
Maybe some of the rats know ways in? If we could find a rat, we could make them talk.
Is there like maybe only my school had it, but like a suggestion box next to the door?
I'll tell you this, roll me a d6 and call high or low.
Oh, jeez. All right. high. Roll. Well, I rolled a 1.
That's real high.
Alright, yeah, not that you can see. The halls that look like that they're just like a bit too filled up with like decorations and stuff. For the for there to be like a suggestion box right now.
Okay. Cool. Well, then Malice is gonna hide amongst one of the decorations. So then when everyone gets out, she'll go in.
Okay. And what about the others? Correct.
What direction do the doors open?
When you're trying to leave the building, they push out, so they pull out.
Okay, so they would open out, and there would be like a gap between the wall and the door
Yeah.
on our side.
Yep.
All right. So knowing this, we'll hide in the most obvious place.
The most obvious place being.
Right behind the door. A little bit of a squish, but hey.
Got it.
Gilly's gonna do the exact same thing on the other door side, like the other side of the doorway, and then just give like a thumbs up to Princess. Oh, this was a really smart idea.
And what about Noodle?
Noodle is at a kind of conundrum because while very nimble, they are also quite sporadic in their movements and probably will get caught. So, tempted to climb the door and be up where Sera is and just kind of like Mission Impossible along the door frame once it actually opens.
Got it. So you want to climb and perch up with Sera.
Yes.
Okay. Roll me. Okay. That I will say, with Sera's help, you're able to get up to the perch perfectly fine, and you're all able to wait quietly as class starts to wrap up. After about 10 or 15 minutes, you see all of you see the feet of students in their cloaks that they wear walk out and kind of disperse between the two halls. Now, to get in without being seen, I want you all to explain how, if you're gonna like dodge in, or if you're going to like try to like sneak in, depending on what you depending on how you plan on getting in, I'll have you roll me something, okay?
Malice, once she sees everyone leaves, she's gonna try to drop from the, what are they called? The decorations, and try to like sneak in.
Okay. Are you fine with that, Noodle?
Oh yeah.
If Gilly drops like flat on his belly, can he squeeze underneath the door, or is it not high enough for that?
Oh, the doors are open now.
Yeah, but instead of like going around into the crowd, could I just kind of like drop and squeeze underneath the door and then go around the corner?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what
No.
Gilly will do.
Princess?
Princess is a little bit of a bigger boy. Considering that what what Gilly's trying to do, that is an option, but managers aren't quite as able to get into tighter spaces like that. So, Princess is just going to wait that out until there's like a little bit less people. Yeah, a little bit less people. And essentially, just barrel on through.
Okay, so
Hope for the best.
here's how we're gonna do it then. I need Malice, Princess, and Gilly to make me pet checks. Serotonin and Noodle can make me magic checks.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh no. We both rolled at the same time. A bot considered it the same thing.
Apparently, we're not the door hiders aren't good at hiding.
Well, I don't know which one is mine or Serotonin's.
I can tell which one.
Yours is 113.
Yeah, for magic it's under.
You can have my roll.
I only got
Okay.
one under.
And I only got one.
I got 2 over and 1 is my number.
Okay.
I got nothing over for doing the pet stuff.
Got it. Okay. So here's how it's gonna work. Noodle and Serotonin. You both get in there with ease. The invisibility spell kicks off. You are going perfectly fine. Sorry. It's just Sera's talons are very sharp. And so the ride down for Noodle is extremely uncomfortable as she's like gripping on to dear life with her little talons and some of the nails kind of like.
Yeah. I like to imagine it also like brings forth that sort of like ferret instinct to wiggle away from danger, so I just trying not to thrash.
The thrashing is held, but you definitely the moment that she lets go, you definitely feel that instinct fully kick in. You feel your body begin to like jump and wiggle and noodle out.
I am good at noodling out.
Mm-hmm. Sera, because you rolled your number, you get to ask any question or demand any piece of information that you would like. They are not. But there is a sleigh in here. Mm-hmm. Malice. You had how many
Yes.
successes?
2 successes, 1 is my number.
Okay, you are fine. You managed to slide on in there, kind of like very, very slowly, very easily. Because you got your number, you also get to request a piece of information.
Are there rats in here?
After poking around for a little bit, you do see that there are a group of rats. They look confused.
Okay. Cool.
Princess and Gilly. How many successes did you guys get?
Was I rolling for pet or for magic?
For pet.
Okay, then no successes.
Only one.
Okay. As you two try to make your way in the into the as you guys try to make your way to the hall, you think that you're being sneaky. You think that you're being stealthy. Unfortunately, Gilly, you just again, you're not having a really good night at this not getting caught thing. Because as you're kind of like sneaking up behind the walls and trying to cut the corner, the professor that is in the building manages to catch his eyes, and you two make way. He takes the dreaded cage that you were just captured in, one that's kind of like it, and he begins to approach you. Princess, you barely make it away, but unfortunately, a little tuft of your fur gets caught in like a little metal spring on the desk, and it rips, taking some of your fur with it.
There is a little bit of a magical poof that goes in their face as it does. This is probably the only saving grace. And it's not from Princess themselves, it's from the glitter.
So,
Question.
mm-hmm.
Is it possible for Malice to try to help Gilly, like, not get caught again?
So he already made his roll, and he critically failed.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. If you wanted to try to like help distract so that Gilly could go hide, I will allow you to make. Let's see. To distract them, how would you go about trying to distract?
So she was probably just going to try to use a little bit of her good luck magic to like make the situation a little bit better for him. That was what she was gonna do. But if I'm gonna distract, then
No, you could do that too.
Oh, sick.
So here's what I'm gonna have you do. Make me a magic check. If you succeed, I will allow Gilly to re-roll his stealth check.
All right, let's go. I got 2 successes.
All right, that is a success. Gilly, you can re-roll your pet check.
Alright, once more. Got 1.
That is still a success, but that comes at a cost. So, you managed to kind of like sink under, and it's a struggle at first because you're a crocodile. You're not really like built super to like crawl under doors. Your stature's built a little bit different than the door, right? So it is a slow crawl at first, and the professor walks by you, and you think that he's gonna catch you. You think that it's all over, but looks like he's a little bit too distracted grading papers or whatnot. As you kind of like give a breath of relief, you see him kind of like pop open, like poke up his head and like turn around and hello, who's in there? Looks around, and then he goes back to grading his papers. He managed to get under the door and sneak behind one of the desks. Stepping into something sticky on the ground, and you look down, and it looks like a piece of chewed up bubblegum that somebody just like
Oh.
dropped on the floor.
Well, this is disgusting. Who does stuff like this?
But you managed to sneak away. After a few more minutes of the teacher walking down the hall, you hear a voice call out, excuse me, sir, Santa Claus and little Santa Paws are ready to start setting up. Do you mind helping us come and get them? And you hear a, yep, I will be right there. And the gentleman begins to walk out of the room, leaving the magical pets and the rats in the room all by themselves.
That was a close one, Gilly and Princess.
Look, I don't want to talk about it, okay? Look, it's been a bad day for me, okay?
Well, maybe when we grab the rats and save Christmas, maybe Santa Paws will make you less catchable.
Maybe that would be really nice.
But guys, I saw the rats over there. They look kind of confused.
Oh, really?
She says this to everyone.
I wonder what they're confused about.
Gilly I start to go over towards the rats.
Oh, I thought we were sticking.
Also starts heading towards the rats.
Alright,
Nonchalantly.
well, start talking.
Alright.
I know you're planning on stealing presents, but we don't know what you're doing, so start talking now.
Alright, so as you guys make your way up towards the rats, they look over and they narrow their eyes at you, and the fat rat, the captain of all the rats, steps up and says, I don't know what you're talking about. We've been looking for the presents for ages, and they're not anywhere to be found.
Oh, don't deny it. We know you took the presents. Word on the streets, but you've been planning this for months.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah?
Alligator.
How dare you? I am no stupid alligator. I'm a crocodile. How dare you?
Oh, please, he's a want-to-be crocodile. Look at his scales.
My scales are perfectly normal, and my snout's just long enough. And look at my teeth. They're all jagged and sharp.
Well,
Don't make me bite you.
I would like to stand up and snap my fingers, and I would like to kind of use dance magic on the rest of the Pawsome Pals. And together we can defeat the rats and get back the presents.
Okay, so you want to cast a spell to
I do.
to give them the power of dance. I need you to... I'm going to have Noodle make the first check, and then if you would like to assist, I'll have you make a check right after. Noodle. Oh, let me just check that again. All right. Then yeah, I will allow that. So you roll the 3d6, roll your magic check.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay. So Sera, as you go to cast your spell, your magic spell, there's something that malfunctions in your spell. It goes off, sure, but instead of creating like fun dance music and lighting to give inspiration to your friend who's about to cast the spell, it makes the room, the lights in the room kind of like flutter, shut off, and then when you when you eventually manage to like kind of like zap it to get the lights back on, the rats multiply. Like there are double the rats in the room that there were than there were when you guys first got it.
They're like
Oh, now it's
cockroaches.
the party.
All right, Noodle. Roll me a
All right.
magic check.
I have a 50-50 chance of actually succeeding this. So let's go. Oh my gosh! I completely succeeded. 3 successes.
Oh my goodness, there you go. All right. So, I'm going to let you explain how you managed to get the Pawsome Pals up and dancing, and I want you to describe the spell to me.
Okay, before it begins, I'm going to point to... I think Craig just left.
Yeah, I think we just lost Craig.
Wow.
Why, Craig?
Craig only listens, never participates, and then leaves in the middle of the session.
It's okay. I think I should wait for explanations until Craig is back in here.
Yeah, how
Now recording.
There we are.
how dare you,
back.
Craig?
Everybody who's listening in for the first time ever, Craig finally says something. It's a Christmas miracle.
Craig is his own magical creature.
Jeez.
Craig also wanted to be a magic pet, apparently.
So, I do like a wide point gesture at all the rats, and I say, I'm holding you to your promise. You don't get to steal the presents if we win this dance-off. And, the magic kind of twinkles, from my other hand and goes to the feet and hands of my friends, and they just kind of like, you feel the rhythm, you feel the unique, like, dance properties. Like, you were a born dancer, you just didn't realize it until today.
All
This'll
right.
fry a little.
So, magic pets. I want all of you to make me pet checks. But because okay, Craig's not feeling it. Craig's not feeling the Christmas magic.
He doesn't have the spirit of Chris. Craig doesn't like dancing.
So, I'm going to have you all make me pet checks with a 2-die bonus because Noodle got a critical success on their spell.
Ooh. Hey, wait. Oh, that's 2 of them right on the money, and then 2 as successes.
I got 3 successes.
For pet checks.
Yeah.
For pet checks, it's high. Okay.
2 right on and 1 success.
Okay.
Same.
We got a lot of right-ons this one.
All right. So, all of you managed to break out into dance. You've danced like you've never danced before, going directly with the rhythm. Anytime there's like a small drop in the beat, you manage to drop with the beat. There is Christmas carols aplenty. There is music that rings beautifully in your ears, and you see the rat pack, all 12 of them, look in defeat. The rats begin to scurry off out of fear that they cannot dance as good as the Pawsome Pals, unfortunately.
I want to dance at least to stop one from leaving, so at least we keep one with us before he can get away.
Is there one that's just too stunned by the spectacle to actually run with the the rat pack?
The fattest rat of them all is too stunned to speak. The leader of the pack, as you have grown to know. The fat rat, his eyes widen in fear of the mere spectacle that is all of you dancing, and having a good time and partying. How did you all learn to dance like that?
Well, 'cause I'm a
Natural
crocodile.
talent.
I will allow all of you to ask a question about the scene. We'll start with Gilly and then make our way down.
Alright. Let's just go with where are the presents?
The presents aren't in the room, but you know that they were calling for Santa Claus and Santa Paws to be brought in, so you can naturally assume that they're bringing the presents with them. Malice?
The Santa Claus and... Well, definitely Santa Paws, but does Santa Claus know about talking magic animals?
Santa Claus and Santa Paws are both well aware because all of the stories that you have all heard as smaller versions of yourselves know that Santa Paws himself is a magical pet.
Cool.
My question: are the rats too thoroughly beaten to cause further issue with the presents?
You could tell that they are rats of their word. It looks like they all saw how fantastic you all were dancing and having a good time, and were too upset to even try to cause more chaos. And majority of them are running off to maybe go cause havoc elsewhere, places where you guys aren't really concerned. But there are a couple that are staying back, looking mildly annoyed. Right, princess.
You then just are staying there. Does Princess know any of them? Like, are they in any particular known faces here that are, you know?
I'd say that the one that you're probably the most familiar with is the pack leader. You know that the pack leader, that rat belongs to, like, the vice principal of the school.
Mm-hmm.
So he thinks that he owns this place.
But he's too beaten right now.
Yes. It's Sera. Serotonin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking into why our bot stopped working. I don't really like everything I would have asked. Kind of got covered already. Is there anywhere convenient that we can get to kind of get away and get back to our rooms before our owners find out that we're gone?
Oh yeah, this room, you guys know, is filled with different passageways, and even like one of the halls, you know, you cut through one of the back doors, and it leads directly into one of the halls that are a little bit easier for you guys to get back to your rooms. You should be able to make it by time your owners come back.
That's all I had.
Okay. But yes, you've all managed to take down the rats in the great dance battle of 2022. You do know that the next class is going to be entering in soon. The fat rat, the leader of the pack, his tail kind of like twirls in anger and slight disgust, and he's like, "Well, Fine, you might have won this battle, Noodle, but you have not won the war, the great rat war.
I kind of touch my little finger to my nose and strike a pose and go, I may have won, but I'm willing to teach you my skills.
Very well. I'm holding you to that, Noodle.
Take care, fat rat.
And the rat's ears flicker back, and the tail kind of like untwirls. He turns to his rat brothers and sisters in arms, and kind of like raises his nose up into the air and takes off. The ones that remain kind of follow him, and you all know that you probably just stopped the rats from stealing all of the Christmas presents. But
I wonder if Fat Rat is his name, or if people just call him Fat Rat. Like, what's his name, I wonder?
His name is just Teddy.
Teddy?
Oh
is
my
it
god!
Teddy?
I was thinking about Teddy as well.
Why does he call him Fat Rat then? We should have just called him Teddy. Wow, we're really mean people.
Well, maybe
It's
he
it's
likes
because
the-
it's just as a reputation.
That's
Yeah.
fair enough. Term of endearment, maybe?
Yeah, and maybe because he likes the rhyming pattern. Fat rat,
It's not even.
head of the rat pack.
It's
That
not even
does sound kind of
like fat with FAT. It's fat with F. No,
Is that
P.
better?
PH. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't
I
know
really
anything about
don't.
spelling, but I can dance.
You know, we missed a golden opportunity. We could have joined with the rats and just taken all the presents for ourselves.
That
No.
would be very not nice. That would ruin Christmas for lots of people.
Yeah, it's true, but I'm just saying, we could have had a lot of presents.
No,
like,
Gilly.
I would have been
have
a
a
lot
cage
of
to
presents.
be in.
You're
No, maybe Santa will give me, maybe Paws will give me a new cage for Christmas.
you're a bad crocodile.
No, I'm a very good crocodile. Crocodiles can't be bad. They're good. Crocodiles are good things.
But you wanted to steal the presents. That's bad.
I have nothing to say in this moment.
We should go. We gotta get back to our rooms before they find out we're gone.
If you insist.
you all make your way back to your rooms and wait in the spaces that your owners left you in. Some of you perched up on little rests. Some of you nuzzled up in a bed of blankets. Some of you in tanks and cages, and some of you, well, some of you just sprawled across your owner's bed.
Rolling around.
A little bit of time goes by, and your owners come and grab you and get you all ready for the holiday party, the day of cheer, the night of the feast, and most importantly, the time to meet Santa Claus and Santa Paws. You all see each other again, and your owners approach you and kind of like drop you and allow you to go off amongst yourselves, with the direct orders that you will all eventually come back. A couple moments
Look,
later.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you can go.
Look, guys, I'm a crocodile tree. Crocodiles grow on trees, you know. Yeah,
I do.
you can find them in trees in the forest.
I don't think so. I read a lot, and I've never read that before.
I believe
Oh,
it.
it's true, it's true. This is why you don't go into the swamp. You never know what's going to come from above. It will be a crocodile.
I heard something about an alligator pair once. But that's different.
What's an alligator pear?
The fruit.
Should be a crocodile pear.
A fruit made out of crocodile? Ew.
What? Crocodiles aren't ill.
But a fruit made out of a crocodile.
Oh, that's sad. Nobody should ever eat a crocodile. Even though it tastes delicious.
What? Gilly?
Yeah?
And on that day, Gilly.
This is
Gilly
Gilly's
admitted
villain
it's-
arc. I don't understand what's happening anymore. Gilly's like, let's steal the presents. Crocodiles taste amazing. Like, what is happening?
Crocodiles are the best at everything, okay? There's nothing a crocodile's not good at. That's a simple fact. That's true.
Even tasting.
We taste amazing.
Dude, did any of your owners dress you up in little costumes of any sorts?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What are all of you coming in?
Sera is in a little Santa hat, like an itty bitty tiny Santa hat, and her scarf has been swapped from the like sparkly purple one to like a red and green like plaid Christmassy one.
Malice just has like a bigger collar around her, and it still has spikes, but it also has bells. So it looks more metal, but like, okay, there's also bells on it. That's kind of Christmassy. So she's actively, every time she moves, she'll like grab it with her tail to slide it back up her body. But that's her outfit.
All right, Noodle Princess, how about you two? Are you guys wearing anything festive?
Tinsel just wrapped around me.
Absolutely blinged out to the point they can't move. Yeah, you see Princess brought in this 13-year-old's arms. She's just so happy, just a bundle of joy. This little girl, as she as everyone else knows, so the princess's owner is a very particular, joyous bundle of energy. Much like Noodle, though. If you were to take that and give them, a shot of sugar every 5 minutes, because somehow they always end up with candy. And yeah, they're just like holding Princess like in their arms like a baby, cradled in this just extravagant, like very uh very festive. Not even a dress. Like what is it? It's like little elves. Little elves. Like clothing, and they're dressed as like a little. You can't even tell. It's something. Something, all right.
All right. So as the magical pets gather together again to celebrate Christmas the way that it should be celebrated, some of you having more problems getting to the group than others because of what you're wearing. Music is playing, people are laughing. You smell the treats that Mrs. Tufts put together for all of the good boys, girls, and non-binary folk, and as well as all of the pet treats. Everybody seems to be having a good time. Drinks are being drank. Food is being eaten. And soon enough, all of you hear the magical ho 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 as Santa Claus makes his way, a jolly old man with a big round belly and cheeks as pink as sunburn. He wears the hat and the red and white top and bottom with the black belt. He carries a sack and then filled with presents, and then on the side is a greyhound with a little beard that looks like it was like attached by some string, with like a little Santa hat. Very thin dog. He carries a small little bag in his mouth and makes their way to the two big chairs and kind of sets the bags down beside them. And soon everybody is gathered to come get in line and come get their gifts from Santa Claus and Santa Paws. Everybody getting arrangements of between like little feeders and treats to maybe some new paint supplies, some new instruments, things that bring nothing but the utmost cheer to all of the students and some of the pets. Then it comes to the Pawsome Pals' turns. Noodle, Noodle gets a couple of an arrangement of little like tubes for him to kind of like slither on through and play and jump around with. Sera gets a little paintbrush with like miniature versions of the paints that your owner has alongside with you. Gilly, you get a couple of new like toys for you to kind of play around with and a brand new set of glasses and a little book that states how to hide in plain sight. As you get this book, Santa Paws kind of looks down and shoots you a little wink. Princess, you get an arrangement of new dresses and a lot more glitter. Malice receives a bunch of diet-friendly treats, and maybe a new collar with some slightly bigger spikes. As you are all partying and having a good time, Santa Paws approaches your little group, and you see him bow his head, the fake beard kind of sliding off before he raises it back up and says, "Thank you for saving Christmas. I heard about what the rats would do, and because of the group of you managed to bring the Christmas spirit back and make sure that it wasn't captured."
Just doing our jobs.
Yep. We took a risk, and it paid out.
Told you it would.
Yeah.
Look towards one of the tubes and just Noodle's inside giving a thumbs up while scurrying about.
Princess is just laid out. Just chewing on a snack, just like nods once to Santa and goes back to chewing. Very particularly immobile.
The rest of the night is filled with cheer in laughter and glee. And there is something in the back of your minds that is relieved that you were able to make sure Christmas stayed the way that it was supposed to be. And that, my players, is where we are going to end tonight's story. I would like to thank everybody who tuned in tonight to listen to this little Pawsome Pal one-shot that we had. And I would like to thank my players for coming in and enjoying a little bit of Christmas cheer. I hope that everybody has a fantastic holiday, a wonderful new year, and we will see you again in 2023. Thank you all and have a very wonderful rest of your night.
Happy holidays.